Welcome to my naturally sweetened life. Let's make gluten-free meatballs. Start with 3 pounds of ground beef and 1 pound of either bulk sausage like breakfast sausage or plain ground pork. We're going to be making a large batch today so that we can put some in the freezer to make a homemade convenience meal. I like using 1 pound of ground pork because it has extra fat in it and it makes the meatballs tender. Okay, let's work on the seasonings for the meatballs. I'm adding Himalayan pink sea salt, some garlic powder, onion powder, and I add oregano, basil, and parsley. And I cannot tell from looking at this which one's which, but those are the 3 I use. And some black pepper. And now we're going to add our eggs. Eggs help bind the meatballs together. And I'm going to add Parmesan cheese. I like to shred my own Parmesan cheese so I can avoid basically the fake powdery cheese out there on the market, and I don't like all the additives they add to the cheese. So I buy a wedge of cheese from Aldi and I'm going to shred it myself and add it to the meatballs. Okay, now that it's shredded, we're going to add the 8 ounces of Parmesan cheese and 1 cup of almond flour. Now we're going to get in there with our hands and we're going to mix the meat and the cheese and the almond flour and the eggs together until they're thoroughly combined. I feel like the mixture was a little dry, so I'm adding 1 more egg, and I'm going to put that on the blog as well. I think it should be 3 eggs, and just mix that together until it's thoroughly combined. Now it's time to shape the meatballs. Place a piece of plastic wrap on your kitchen scale to protect the scale and for easier cleanup. I like to measure each one of my meatballs, and I like the size of the meatballs to be about 1.5 ounces each. It's just a really average, good size meatball. So you place the meatballs on a parchment-lined baking sheet and continue rolling the meatballs until they are all shaped. Here's a look at the meatballs before we stick them in the oven. Nice and uniform so they bake evenly. You're going to put them in a preheated 350-degree oven for 35 to 40 minutes. Here they are after we get them out of the oven, and you need to remove them from the pan immediately so that they can cool in a separate bowl to get them out of the fat or any extra liquid that they're sitting in after you get them out of the oven. So I just like to put them in a bowl. You can use them immediately, or you can follow the freezing instructions on my blog. If you would like the full printable recipe, come on over to My Naturally Sweetened Life. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.